Is it you? Is it me? Or is it, in fact, it? That's the question I've been pondering for most of 2026.
It's not you, by the way, but something has happened and I've been trying to figure out where to place the blame.
Because one thing is clear, something needs to happen for this to remain authentically and reciprocally symbiotic. I'm talking about YouTube, I think. Or is it me? Or is it the internet and the trajectory of the world as a whole? I'm not sure, but take a look at this. I started this channel in April of 2022. I was out of the country between June and November and was really scrambling to find time and energy to film anything, but still had a decent output considering the circumstances. For 2023, I was focused on improving the channel and following the playbook. It was my YouTube year, if you will. I did okay with 31 videos. 2024, I finished school while landing a new job. It was a busy year and it was really hard to find enough time to prioritize YouTube. So while 19 wasn't a great number, there were mitigating circumstances. But as you can see since then, things haven't picked up. Quite the contrary. Now, one obvious reason for this is that I've been prioritizing my own music to a much larger extent, but that's still not the main answer. The truth is that I've grown seriously alienated with it all. I'm fed up. I don't enjoy YouTube like I used to. I don't like shorts. I can't stand AI, and I'm tired of being served a commercial or have a self-serving contrarian yell me his or her script about how everything I believed about X, Y, or freaking Omega turns out to be false. I'm burnt out on the constant paradigm shifts, the next big thing that I'm supposed to have already embraced and implemented like 5 years ago, or the new threat to worry about that will inevitably end the world as we know it, only for that to be interrupted by some impossibly important life-altering way to, I don't know, grow my hair back or organize my digital storage. Something about SIM cards, malware, or being safe while browsing abroad. I don't know, and I just don't care. I miss the old days of YouTube when it was about people and authentic, goofy life. I miss music for music's sake and not music as content designed to funnel audiences into FOMO-based pyramid schemes like small cogs in the hyper-connected consumerist wheel of doom. I'm tired of all of it. I'm just fed up. I don't want to participate or play the game, and deep down I think I feel a little dirty for being a small part of it. I recognize that scorched earth isn't really an option though, and I don't have the time, energy, or resources to build something outside of the leviathan of content creation that unfortunately makes up the bulk, if not all, of the musical ecosystem, nor do I have the skills necessary for something like that. So what to do? Just quit? Well, as a matter of fact, probably yes. I think I should just quit. But what does quitting look like? What does it mean? I've thought a lot about that, and I think in my case it means to try to turn back time. I'm going to pivot into what I think will be algorithmic oblivion. So as a courtesy to you for having been with me through it all so far, I will tell you this. The channel will change. It will not be your typical YouTube channel anymore, if it ever even was. No, it will be wildly out of date and out of fashion in that it will be my own personal and deeply selfish artistic extension. I will use it to do what feels creatively interesting, which will absolutely upset the algorithm and kill the channel's reach, growth, and exposure. From now on, think of the Heitstrengning channel, if you're even aware of its existence, I don't think most people are, as the place for official releases and music videos, and this channel will be the unhinged director's cut. And yes, I can also hear the somewhat pretentious tone of the video so far, not to mention the old man yelling at Klaus vibes and all of that, but I'm just so tired of this stagnant status quo, and of how the supposed creative pursuit has now just turned into a competition for the top spot of being the most lucrative billboard for brands to serve their crap through. Because what is the end game here? A couple of sponsorships and some brand deals? Isn't that basically just a competition for selling your integrity to the highest bidder? I don't know. I miss the raw creative nerve of the decades past. And that's the thing too. I love people selling their creative work. I think it's beautiful. I love buying merch and supporting other creatives doing their own thing. This is definitely not a rant about consumption or people monetizing their creative work. But anyway, the point of making this announcement is twofold. First and foremost, I feel like I owe you an explanation of what's to come because I can't escape the fact that all of this feels intensely self-centered. So it's important for me to acknowledge that and to honor the relationship we've had here thus far, but also because I'm quite confident that YouTube won't favor this change. And in case you decide that this new direction is something you do want to be a part of, you might want to do what you can on your end to receive updates on new videos. Because I have a feeling most of it won't be served up on the homepage anymore. Now, it may sound like I've decided to go totally bonkers and post some inappropriate Kafkaesque supercharged weirdness, which I don't think I will. Pretty sure I won't, but no, as a matter of fact, it's quite likely that the change will seem subtle on the outside, but internally, to me, it feels massive. It's a shift in framing and creative focus, and dare I say, brand identity. And by that I mean that weird and not so cohesive ideas may still be greenlit in the hodgepodge of creative freedom I've now allowed myself. Whereas before they would have been discarded as having no place in what I was trying to achieve, as they wouldn't do well and would most likely tank the channel over time. But anyway, so let me end things with these words. If you're old enough to remember things like MTV's Oddities, early reality TV, or even the early days of the internet, or even YouTube, where things were just whatever, but they were real and not designed with an ulterior motive or sneaky secret ready-made marketing plan just waiting to be launched and cynically exploited at the first second of traction or popularity, well, then I guess that sort of captures what I have in mind as an ideal. That's that, I suppose. Now you know. Please take care and have a lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I hope I see you again, but I'm not going to hold you to it. Bye-bye.